you will use something very low substantial, then you expect to have something bigger in the future. It's impossible.
But you have
Once
to
you
start
put in
somewhere,
it,
though.
yes, but that where you're starting from, you need to put your hope. You cannot start something and you just do it on a day-to-day basis. You need to put your vision in the future.
I'm watching on Facebook Live. I hope you're hearing these answers, though. You hear the deep responses that students are giving. These are the kinds of answers that I expected from my students at the university in the US. For you to analyze the motivation of the villain in the movie the way you did, and to show the distinction between, yes, someone was injured, someone was affected negatively by a death, but yet you cannot just seek revenge on people who were not responsible for what happened, right? And somehow you have to be focused in terms of, okay, who was responsible and how can you reconcile if that is an option at all. The bad guy in the movie, Eric Killmonger, right, was extremely bitter, filled with anger. Why? Name and school.
My name is Black from Kachuga Catholic High School.
Yes.
He was actually revenging the death of his father. That is why he was so angry. So he went as far as to the military to do a lot of things, join a lot of society just for him to be able to conquer the death of his father. And just for him not able to be revenge the death of his father. Because he was actually there when he was actually outside when he heard the sound of the death of his father. When he actually entered in the room, he saw that his father was dead. So that is why he went as far as for him to conquer. Yes.
So his bitterness was motivated by the death of his father and his desire to revenge. So it was justified. But was he justified in then taking out that anger on the society and the entire country of Wakanda? I see you shaking your head. The name and school, please. Sure. Yeah. What's the school? So what would you say? Was he justified? Why not?
Because that was not the action he was supposed to take.
What would be the appropriate action? You think? So the appropriate action, she says, would have been to reconcile with his brother, with his relatives, who he had been estranged from. They had been separated.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, the actual way that in which that he was able to settle everything for him to know the actual fact. That the moment as he actually killed the man that actually stole the thing from the people and started destroying the country, his rival, after him failing killing the man, he would have carried the body and said, oh, I did this because of why I'm from this land. I actually did this because I want to revenge the death of my father, because I don't know the rightful thing that made my father death or caused my father death, and I want to know. And I thought that the man had actually explained to the king that, oh, because of this, that is why your father came in, because he betrayed the land. I would have, if they would have explained to him in such a way that he would have understood not to revenge actually.
And your name again?
Safia Tusuba.
Safia.
Safia Tusuba.
Okay, and you're Cathedral Catholic High School. So for those of you who are wonderful, okay, so we'll move quickly so we can go to the next stage of this process. Liberia, Wakanda was portrayed in the movie as being self-reliant. In other words, they produced everything they needed, whether it was farming or technology and so forth. What will it take for us to be self-reliant, I think? What would it take for Liberia to be self-reliant? How do we achieve that? Or is that just fiction? Is that just something in a movie? Is it possible? Name and school, please.
Yeah. I'm Bamba Evans and Salif III, and I'm from the B. David Harris Episcopal School. In order for a nation to be self-reliant, I would say we need to work efficiently and also use our natural resources in a way that everyone can benefit from it positively.
So we must use our resources, natural resources, efficiently and use them in a way that everyone is able to benefit from those resources. Any other suggestions in that regard? Yes.
Okay, I'm Augustine P. Allen from the Chuba Institute. All right, I believe for us to live by ourselves, meaning to live by what we may or do, we have to firstly visit our culture. If we can know where we're from, because no one, if you like growing, you don't know where you come from, you nowhere, you go nowhere. So I believe firstly we should know our culture. We get our culture until we can do all by ourselves.
Yes, you had a nation composed of many different ethnic groups or tribes. Yet they were able to live with each other. And the question was, how was that established? How was that possible? According to the movie.
Because of love, they have love for each other, understanding.
Love and understanding. Where did they achieve? How did they achieve that love and understanding? Young man, your name and school, please. Richelieu.
Yeah, for me, I think they achieved it by appointing one another from different tribes in the council. For example, you had Mbaku. You have Mbaku, or one of the names, I think is a Nigerian name, who was in the council also. And now these people of different ethnic background sat together in a council and choose one person to become their leader. And then that person resides over them, but then he listens to these people who hear the other people of their own tribe. That's how I think they achieve their togetherness.
So the formula for success in that regard was to make sure that everyone was represented, right?
Yeah.
And then the other element back there that she said was that the people were motivated by love. Motivated by love. Love for each other, love for country. So that sustains that unity. Yes, the name and school. They set aside their differences and work together as one. Because we're kind of short on time, I'm going to move a little more quickly. Has the food arrived? The drinks? Are they here? They're here. Oh, wonderful. You touched on something that I wanted for us to go into a little deeper, and the question is secrecy. Secrecy. What we saw in the movie was a society that was one of the most developed in the world, and yet they were keeping that knowledge to themselves. People they didn't even know, they used to call them a nation of farmers because they presented to the outside world something different from what really existed. Why would a nation do that? Why would anyone have something that important or powerful and choose to keep it? What is the benefit of keeping that information, that knowledge? Your name and school, please.
Jackson Zajara from Cathedral. For keeping secret is you don't want for people to have what you have, simply because they were afraid of what they have to share with others. They were not sharing, and if you share with others, they might use your own weapon against you. They were afraid of being destroyed.
So why did they keep these technological advancements a secret? Because they were afraid. They were afraid that if they shared with others, others could use those weapons against them. But why would they be afraid of the outside world? What was causing them to be afraid of the outside world? Did the film give you any kind of explanation for that?
Yeah.
Or were they just fearful people? Was there anything that happened in the past that could have made them afraid? I think the people of Wakanda were afraid.
They were afraid because, firstly, the first person that stole the vibranium from the town misused the opportunity by blasting a whole company, and the king died in the process. So within that time, they were afraid to share with the other whatever they had. So they kept it to themselves.
Exactly. So the fear, she says, it was not unwarranted. It was based in something real because somebody had actually, an outsider had come and taken something from them, taken one of their most precious resources and actually attempted to use it against them. So responding to that, they went in the direction of keeping things a secret. How many of us here living in Liberia today do you think could develop something important and keep it to ourselves? How many of us you think would it be possible to develop something significant like that, technology that was advanced, or something else along those lines, and keep it? Someone who is writing a song, but before the song is ready, they keep it to themselves. Or someone who is writing a poem, and before the poem is ready, they keep it to themselves. They're only willing to share it until when it's finished. Do you know people who are in our position who can do that? You? What do you usually produce that you're keeping?
I write my own stories. I write my own songs. Rap. I actually do poems, but I'm afraid to put it out because I feel like people will write it.
I see. What's your name?
Harriet Sleepo.
In your school?
Cathedral Catholic.
Cathedral. So you write rap and stories.
And stories.
Ford, you heard that, right? Okay. Another author coming up. Yes. And actually, published authors will tell you that oftentimes that's the best way to do it. That if you're working on something creative, if you talk about it, it just goes. It's not that people necessarily will steal it from you, but it's just that by talking about it, you don't actually sit there and do the work that you have to do to finish it. So creative people tend to hold it. If they know what's good for them, they hold it in until the work is ready, right? Before they take it out to the public. I asked 4 people across the room, what did you like most about the movie? Something that stood out for you. Yes, sir.
African culture.
Please speak up.
Yeah.
Project. No, just speak up so you can pick it up.
What I like about the movie is that it projected more on the African culture, and it was a kind of a tragic comedy where you have some fun and laughter. And they advanced technology by the Prince sister.
One thing, please. You gave me 3 now, so thanks. What's your name?
Jackson said,
Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jackson was saying that he liked several things about the movie, and one of them was the focus on African culture and the positive aspect of African culture. And the other thing was technology, the focus on technology. Someone else from that side of the room. Who up there? Okay. Yes.
What I like about the movie is about the revenge of the king position. When the king won the position back for his brother who came from the state.
Yes.
I love that, and I love the way he revenge for his people because the brother never knew nothing about the culture of the people.
Yes.
And he came from another culture to rule the people.
Yes.
And he came back to revenge.
So what he liked about the movie was the aspect of the revenge of the king. The king regained his power. Remember I said I wanted to hear from boy, girl. I'm only hearing from men so far. Yes, young lady.
Yeah, the movie is trying to portray that Africans are daring, creative. We have many things, but we are scared to share with the outside world. People are bringing harm to us.
You are saying I was distracted for a minute. What is your
I'm
answer?
saying that we Africans,
Yes.
we are creative.
Yes.
We create a lot of things, but we are scared to share with the outside world.
So one of the aspects of the film you said that you liked. What's your name?
Rose, Tivia Rose.
In your school?
Simpson Black.
Thank you. So one of the things that she liked about the movie is the fact that it shows that Africans are creative, but we tend not to want to share with the outside world. One other woman or girl, please, girl. Someone over here, I thought.
Somebody has.
Oh, all the way back there. Yes, please.
Yes, I'm Stephanie. I'm Duncan from Cathedral. What I love
Please speak up. Yes.
What I love about the movie is the fight for justice and love.
A fight for justice and love. And love and justice are connected, aren't they? Because the fight for justice if it's moved, if it's motivated by love,